literally is no more I can do, Father. I just don't know.
Hi guys.
They're literally.
I just wanted to post this. No, I take that back. I don't want to post it. The Spirit in me wants me to post it because it's going to help somebody. I came under spiritual attack the other morning in reference to my health journey. And the attack lasted a short time, but it was intense. Luckily, I had spiritual support from a good friend who helped me pray through the attack and cast and out. And I felt like it wasn't coming from the inside, it was an outward attack coming, it was an influence coming in to defeat me. And it was telling me that what I was doing wasn't working, that I needed to give up, it's useless, it's senseless. And I was fighting through that because my spirit was like, hang in there, it's just an attack. I knew it was an attack. And let me tell you what happened. I got up in the middle of the night. Well, no, around 3 a.m., 4 to 3 or so, witching hour. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a time when the veil is thinner between the realms, supposedly. And it is a time when occult people do a lot of magical work between the hours of midnight to 3. And it's just got to be known. And because there's so many people doing occult work at that time, there's a lot of occultic influences of it. I came under attack. And I got up to go use the restroom. I tossed and turned. I was getting a restless night, went to use the restroom. And for some reason, I don't know why, I decided to weigh myself at 3 o'clock in the morning. Big mistake. I got devastated. I weighed myself and I was up like 5 pounds overnight. It was devastating. It hit me wrong. I got weakened. The attack was starting to take hold. I reached out for spiritual help from a trusted spiritual friend. We prayed through it. We counteracted the attack. I came through the other end. But I want to show you this because I want, people out there who think that a demonic attack or a spiritual attack looks like The Exorcist. You've got your head spinning and you're spitting pea greases. That is not what, that's Hollywood. This is what a spiritual attack looks like. It attacks the mind. It infiltrates doubt. And you begin to question what the Lord has you doing. That's an emotional and mental attack. This is going to show them. And meet me on the other end of this clip of the attack that happened to me emotionally. And then I reached out to somebody. We did warfare prayers and healing prayers. And then I'm going to tell you what the Lord told me after the attack and what was revealed to me. Because it's going to show you how when you're under attack, usually it's something so deceitful, so deceptive, it's not what you think it is. And this wasn't what I thought it was. And come through the attack part, and I'm going to tell you why I was deceived and what was going on. So, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be this vulnerable. I don't want to post this. I'm crying and I'm under attack. But I'm going to, because somebody out there needs this. There's somebody else out there that's going to wake up at 3 in the morning and weigh themselves and be deceived. And it's going to send you into a tailspin. And I want you to be strong. That's why I'm being vulnerable right now and letting you see this. So meet me on the other side of this brief clip. I'm going to explain to you what happened.
Hi guys, so I don't even know if this is going to make it up. But the Lord told me to turn on my camera and to record right now. I am in tears, screaming out to God. So frustrated, so defeated, was worn out because I'm really pushing myself. I'm doing everything I can I am literally doing everything I can. I'm doing everything I can. I took 1 day break from working out. 1 day. Because my body needed to rest, and I'm up 5 pounds overnight. I literally can do no more. I can do no more. And I've been doing it now for over a month. And persevering and pushing through. I don't know what more you want me to do, Father. I just don't know. There literally is no more I can do. I'm doing everything in my power. And I have gained 5 pounds? I don't know what more to do.
Hey guys, so thanks for hanging in me with that. That was just a little brief snippet of the initial beginnings of what was a pretty intense spiritual attack. That self-loathing, that self-doubt went on for about an hour. I called up a friend. We prayed through it. We did warfare prayers, did healing prayers, and we just battled. We got the sword of the Spirit and we battled. And I came through it. That was actually a clip of the other night. So what the Lord revealed to me after I came through it, I overcome. After that happened, my friend, bless his heart, encouraged me so immensely, and I ended up getting up. I didn't want to, getting dressed and going to the gym. I forged ahead. I didn't let the attack stop me. What I wanted to do was throw away all my gym clothes and just crawl back into bed. But I didn't let the attack work. So, because what the attack was doing, it was making me doubt everything I was doing. I've been obedient to the Lord, and that's why I was attacked, along with some other projects I'm working on that aren't ministry driven. So, after I calmed and I realized I'm under attack, and prayed through it, and calmed myself, got some peace and protection, and warred through it. It took about 2 days to war through it. No, a day and a half to war through it. I was exhausted because it took a while. This was an intense attack, which tells me, first of all, if you have a moment like this where you doubt everything and you're on a journey like me and you begin to doubt, know that you're on the right track. Because the enemy doesn't put doubt in your mind unless you're on a track that he don't want you to be on. And many, many, many years ago, before I became a witch, I was very young. I was maybe about 19, 20. Before I became a witch for 20 years, I met an old lady, an old Southern black lady, very wise, very spiritual. I worked with her. And she told me, baby, you be happy when the devil's after you. Rejoice in it, because that means he ain't got you yet. It's when the devil leaves you alone. When you stop battling, that's when you better be worried, because it means he has you. So you keep battling me, devil, and I'll keep fighting in the spirit. Because what the Lord revealed to me is, yes, in this clip you see that I am frustrated. I'm crying out to God, and I'm saying I'm doing everything I can. And the Lord gave me confirmation, yes, you are, except for one thing. I heard the word patience. Patience, endurance. Not only is this a battleground for my health, this is a battleground spiritually too. I am being pruned and taught patience. And the Lord is telling me consistency. Yes, you are doing all the right things, but that's why you came under attack. Stick with it. Be consistent. Obey and be obedient, and it will work out for you. But he told me, relax, daughter. It's just an attack because you're on the right track. Okay, so that told me that revelation. And I was talking to my son the next day about what happened. I said, I'm so devastated. I said, I weighed myself and I'm up 5 pounds. And then I weighed myself and I'm up 8 pounds, like overnight. Bless his heart. My wonderful son says to me, Mom, that's not even logical. That scale isn't right. I said, what do you mean the scale's right? He says, it's glitchy. I said, well, yeah, but you gain, you gain. He said, Mom, I weighed myself here and I weighed X amount. And I went to the gym and they weighed me and I weighed almost 45 pounds less. He said, there's something wrong with the scale. There's legit something wrong with the scale. We've had it now for about 6 years, I guess. So my son went out and bought a new scale. But this is what I want to point out to you. The enemy used my defective scale to come at me in my mind to try to break me down spiritually. Because I understand a little bit about warfare, just a little bit, I recognized it. It didn't mean it still, in the moment that it happened, the attack did work. It took me a minute to step back, recognize it as an attack, and come back. And one thing I've learned through this is the Lord, and I got confirmation from a prophetic voice in my life. Offense. I have been working in defense in the spiritual realm, meaning that I'm going along, I'm plugging along, I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm following God's word, and I'm in the word, and I'm in worship, and I'm in obedience, and I'm abiding, and boom, I get attacked, and then I fight. The Lord says, no. You fight before the attack. Be on the offense. Stop fighting on the defense. Fight on the offense. So, that's what I'm doing. I've been battling in tongues a lot the last couple days, and I'm happy to say that attack I overcame. By the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony, I overcame. The help of spiritual support friends and my Father in heaven, I overcame. And I can overcome the next one that's going to come my way, because I know it will. But the enemy used my defective scale at 3 a.m. It encouraged me to jump on it because it knew I'd be defeated. So, long story short, we went out, we bought a new scale, brought it home, jumped on it. No. My scale that I weighed myself on that caused what you just seen, that spiritual attack and my emotional breakdown for all of a half hour, that scale was broken. The enemy used my broken scale to get in my mind and try to defeat me. And the bottom line is I had to stop. I had to be chastised by the Lord and by a good friend that said, and my son that said, stop it. Stop looking at that number on that scale. You're more mobile than you were a month ago. I couldn't hardly move a month and a half ago. Because the pain from the arthritis, the osteoarthritis was so bad. I am moving, I'm mobile, I'm exercising every day, I'm working out. I'm getting in now the pool area better. I'm able to do more. I'm in less pain. I've lost 12 pounds in a month. Like, I'm not defeated. I am doing great. I'm plugging along. Muscle weighs more than fat. So as I break down the fat, it turns to muscle. It's going to weigh more. I seen a picture of somebody who they were both the same weight. One had muscle, one had fat. Total different body composition. Same amount of pounds. So my son, my spiritual advisor, and my Father in heaven all told me, stop relying on the numbers on that scale. There are other ways to judge progress. I'm feeling wonderful, and I'm filled with the joy of the Lord, and I am being obedient and walking in obedience. And I came through that intense fight. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of what real spiritual warfare looks like. And that was the beginning of it. That was the beginning of an attack. Before I realized, okay, I'm just under an attack. Let me battle this. And then the next day to find out how ironic it is that scale was broke. So the enemy will use anything. But that shows me how desperate he's getting with me. The enemy's so desperate right now in my life because I'm walking in obedience and I'm abiding and I'm walking in my calling. And I'm getting there. And I'm maturing. I'm going to the next level, and the enemy doesn't like that. So anyway, I hope one person, and I have an idea who the Lord showed me, gets something out of this. And know, the next time you're defeated in your health journey, pray. If you pray in tongues, pray in tongues. If you don't have the gift of tongues yet, or you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. Just start praying. Pray through it and know the Father is with you. And as long as you obey and you abide, you will be successful. Because His word doesn't go out void and His promises are not empty. And the Lord promises to be faithful to those who abide in Him. All right, guys. This is Michelle. I've been blessed in my mess, working through it. And I hope you're blessed in whatever mess the Lord has you coming through. Until next time, bye, guys.